Good morning and welcome to this weekly reading, Angel Cards and Animal Totems for the week of February 6th to February 12th. So I have the Angel Tarot deck with me here, as well as the Animal Dreaming Oracle deck and the Messages from the Fairies deck. So for the beginning of the week, we have the King of Air, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. This is really interesting because this means that we've done a lot of thinking. We've done well with grounding our thoughts and bringing them into our current reality, not getting too far ahead and not staying with the past and letting it affect us too much. So we have this king who knows exactly where he's going, is confident, steadfast, and is willing and able to seek advice where he needs. So this, for example, could be planning something, planning your future, planning something big, and you're missing something. You're not exactly sure what it is, but instead of being insecure, you're secure enough to understand that you don't have all the information. So you're able to seek advice from others. And this will help you undoubtedly with balancing the next steps that you have on your path. Because with this confidence comes a new way of being in this new paradigm that we're coming into, this new year of 2017, where we're using our thoughts to our advantage rather than sort of succumbing to the hamster wheel of being inundated with thoughts that don't really serve us. So we're really learning to be good gardeners, and you can see all this beautiful foliage around this forest scene here. So being good gardeners is tending to your thoughts, removing the weeds, thoughts that cause self-doubt, thoughts that aren't positive or safe for you to be feeling, which is, oh, I'm never good enough, things never work out for me, sort of things that are setting you up for self-fulfilling prophecies. So this is a really good card to start off the week, suggesting that we're on the ball, so to speak. We're confident, we're ready to move forward. We're learning to be more assertive, and we're also learning how to seek advice and receive better. And that was a huge lesson for 2016, was learning how to receive. A lot of us tend to be givers, and overgiving is actually a sign of insecurity and control. It's fine to give, but when you're overgiving and depleting your resources, then we're coming into a little bit of martyrdom and self-sacrifice in such a way that it's not helpful for you and others around you, because it's an enabling quality rather than a supportive quality. So moving into the middle of the week, we have the Two of Fire. You've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts, and continue to move forward. So this is a nice flow to the cards this week, suggesting that you know what you want, you know what direction you're headed. You might not have all the pieces yet, but you're willing to seek out those pieces. You're willing to listen to people, to understand better what direction you're heading. And the Two of Fire is a card of balance. So you might be in partnership for work. You might find yourself working with someone that you haven't worked with before. That could be personal. It could be a life coach. It could be a mentor. It could be a therapist. But this is really helping you move forward confidently with your authentic self. And this is fire, it's passion, it's that Mars energy coming back. It's also that Aries energy. So we have action-based steps happening here. This is continuing the forward movement of the King of Air. And as we can see, he's moving towards the future. He's heading towards this partnership. So this is really great news for us here into this new week, that we're moving forward and we're beginning to see the fruits of our labor. We're beginning to see those little sprouts pop up that we've planted. It's easy sometimes to feel like we want to check and see how much growth there has been, but gardeners don't go and dig up the bulb. So we're still in a time of patience, but we're also in a time of trust and faith that our seedlings that we planted are growing, that we're nurturing them, that we're watering them, that they've got sunlight, that they've got everything they need to grow into what we have intended them for, with our true heart's desire for manifestation. And this fire energy is fantastic for manifestation, which you might already have started to see. The concepts that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, wishing to come into fulfillment are actually coming into your physical world right now, coming into fulfillment. And for the end of the week, let's see what we have here. The Seven of Water again. This is being in, I think, almost every reading so far. And what the Seven of Water is really indicating is emotional decisions. It says on the card, a complex decision, the need to do research and stop procrastinating. And we have all these beautiful colors in the card representing of different chakras. So we have the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, which is communication, the heart chakra, emotions, feelings, connection, receiving. It's our transmitter. We emit, we receive. We've also got the solar plexus, which is, a place of our personal power. We've got the sacral chakra, and that's about creation. It's about pleasure. It's about, life, birth. And then we have the root chakra, which is about our security, our physical needs being met, and our right to be here on earth and to be fully worthy of this experience. So this is very interesting, signifying that we're continuing to make these decisions. I mentioned in one of my last readings that it's not necessarily one big decision that we're making. Because we're paving a path to the new, we're trying to move into a new way of being, new ways of relating with ourselves, new ways of relating with others. What this means is we have many, many little choices to make. And all of those choices have one thing in common. Are you going to choose the old, or are you going to choose the new? So with the King of Air moving forward, speaking with confidence, moving towards their goals, and then the Two of Fire, we have partnerships, we have people incoming that are going to help us on our path. And then we have, for the weekend, a continuation of this decision making that we've got going on. So if you know where you're headed, if you know what you want, and it's in alignment with your true authentic self, your true heart's desires, then it is time to stop procrastinating. It is time to start making those decisions that will get you closer to your goal. So when we have large goals, it's important to break those goals down into smaller steps. And that's what this card is indicating to us when it keeps on repeating, when it keeps on coming back, is baby steps, small steps. Be gentle, but continue to do the research necessary to make your decisions confidently. And as soon as you have decided with that information, maybe it's information that you sought out, like the King of Air. You sought out a professional to give you more information. Now you have enough to make that decision. And you move forward confidently and knowingly that you made that decision with all the information that you could at that time, and it was the best decision you could have made at that time. So being really confident in your abilities right now to move forward for your highest and best. I've asked the fairies for a little bit of playful energy and what they have to say in helping us through this week. So we have healing, healed, and healer. Healing energy surrounds you in this situation. So we have a lot of healing energy surrounding this whole entire week to help us move forward. That's the biggest thing. We're being guided, we're being supported, we're being nurtured to move forward, to think of new ideas, to take advantage of new opportunities, to explore our options. And this one is really also indicating that you are a healer. You might seek someone out for advice, but you have the information innately. So you're really processing, you're working through something. And you're also, allowing yourself to be healed. So this is really beautiful. It's basically indicating a trilogy cycle: healing, healed, and healer. So we have all this beautiful healing energy around us. And you can call in healing, you can send healing, and by healing yourself, you're healing the whole world around you. So really continuing self-care and really continuing self-work is healing everything. And for our animal energy for the week, this animal is guiding us, for the 4 directions as well as the 4 elements. So for this week, the animal that's guiding us is the bustard. Confidence. Now this one I'm going to read from the booklet because it's one that doesn't come up too often. It resonates with the number 9 and it resonates with the element of fire. So let's see what the bustard is all about. Spirit is all that is. It is the life force found in all things. Spirit resides in the mountains, the trees, the rivers, and the clouds, the birds, the insects, the stones, the plants, and the 4 winds. Everything of creation is a celebration of spirit, including you and me. To know spirit is to have unwavering confidence that we will be protected, nurtured, and encouraged to live a prosperous life. To walk with spirit is to know true abundance on all levels. Healthy and happy children, meaningful relationships, a balanced life, a healthy body, and a sound mind. When we recognize these things as being true abundance, spirit welcomes more conventionally recognized forms of abundance to flow freely into our lives. The bustard exhibits a proud faith in the belief that Spirit and Mother Earth will provide all that is needed to live an honest, protected, and humble life. It demonstrates how to achieve a modest yet confident air, fueled by trust, stillness, and a discreet approach to life. Bustard does not suggest we strip ourselves of all earthly possessions in order to live a good life. It simply warns that to favor material things and the attainment of money is no guarantee of an abundant and happy life. Bustard wonders if you have stopped trusting your relationship with Spirit. Have you lost trust in your connection with the Earth Mother? Have you begun to see the accumulation of material things as proof of your worthiness rather than the inherent connection you have with all things? Bustard is encouraging you to sit motionless, silent with yourself, and ask whether or not you feel confident that your life is leading you in the direction you had hoped. Are you able to hold your head up with your face aimed directly at Spirit and say that your life is all that it is meant to be? Bustard asks that you focus on the wealth and abundance that you already have in your life and give thanks for them. Surrender your fears and limitations and offer gratitude to the Earth Mother and to Spirit for your wonderful life. And feel confident that you will soon know great wealth on all levels. So that's a really beautiful message. That's a continuation of the new energy that we're being guided into, which is that spiritual wealth, that spiritual abundance, and the mix of heaven on earth. As above, so below. This means that true abundance, that love in our heart, that care for ourselves, that equality in partnership is really on offer. We're closer to that than we have ever been before, well, in the last few centuries anyway. And it's really giving us a beautiful opportunity here to look at what our intentions are. look at where our integrity lies. And if you are moving towards these goals with confidence, this card is just a reminder to check in with yourself to see what's driving you. Is the goal to be rich so that you can hoard your money and, overcome a fear of poverty? And that would be fear-based. For example, if you grew up and you didn't have a lot of money, and so you seek money and you attain it, but you don't spend it, you keep it, you don't, share it in circulation, maybe you're not generous. That's an example of a fear-based concept of material wealth. And then perhaps you shy away from personal connections, which would be spiritual wealth. Part of it anyway. This is just a quick example. So the Buster is asking you to just check in with your intentions in moving forward on these paths and with your decision making. Because if you have a job come up and you're like, yes, I'm moving towards this job, I'm excited, I'm confident, but the only reason you're taking the job is because it has more money, but you're going to be sacrificing time with friends, time with family, and your heart is really in a different direction, then that's where the need to do research is coming up. So be aware of what your intentions are, but know that you have this beautiful supporting energy to move forward with that holistic abundance, with all of it. So you can have the material wealth, you can have the spiritual wealth combined. And that's part of the balance. That's part of the harmony of life. And it's not easy. That's why we're all practicing this. So we're coming closer to these goals, which is absolutely beautiful and amazing. So thank you for tuning in this week. And I look forward to seeing you and talking to you next week. Okay, thanks for everything. Have a wonderful week. Ciao for now. Bye.